Hello, I'm glad you could join me. My name is Stephen Brown and I'm the owner of the company Dot Boutique and the brand Spice Boutique. We supply unbleached self-filled tea bags all over Europe. As you know, the Spice Boutique slogan says, "Your tea, your strength, your way." And today I want to focus on the last point in this slogan, your way. This small video segment is about what goes into making the most common types of tea bags. Okay, let's get started. Here's a standard white tea bag found at the cheaper end of the market. You may purchase white square tea bags, or increasingly popular are these pyramid ones. Now, to get the colour white, tea bags must be bleached with chlorine. This means they contain harmful dioxins. Dioxins are highly toxic and accumulate in the food chain. They're known to interfere with hormones and can cause cancer. No concern there then. In this standard tea bag, the tea's been sealed in. This means that heat sealing chemicals have been applied to the tea bag. There is a large UK brand that uses unbleached tea bags and then heat seals their tea in with chemicals. So consider carefully whether you're happy to have your tea sealed into a bag with a chemical process. These tea bags look like they're made of paper. Well, no, in fact, it's only about 75% paper and the other 25% is plastics. I've shared a BBC video on our Facebook pages showing the process. Well worth a look. Search for Dot Boutique or Spice Dot Boutique on Facebook. This plastic coating prevents the tea bag tearing and is manufactured from a chemical called epichlorohydrin. A technical statement here. Epichlorohydrin hydrolyzes to a potentially carcinogenic compound, 3-MCPD, upon contact with water. Dearie me. In fact, other unbleached tea bags in the UK are also coated with this chemical. Not Spice Boutique self-filled tea bags. Okay, going back to the plastic content of standard white tea bags. This is why they're not biodegradable and why ours are. So if you do home composting, you'll know that if you throw out a standard white tea bag, it will still be there 2 years later. Even if you tear the tea bag open, it will still leach that bleach, dioxins and epichlorohydrin into the soil. This ultimately accumulates in the fatty tissue of animals and ultimately us humans. Okay, so let's look at some other white tea bags that are not heat sealed. Here's a Fair Trade tea bag, a brand we all know and trust. But looky, the tea bag has been closed using a steel staple. As you might guess, staples don't taste great in tea and certainly are likely to rust and gather all sorts of bacteria. Another major premium brand in the UK here doesn't have a staple this time, but coated white paper. And I wanted to bring this one into the conversation to briefly mention the tea content. When you see a tea bag with tiny flecks of tea leaves that have been chopped so that it infuses in a tiny bag, you should ask if tea is like other spices and herbs, where if you chop them fresh, there is a rush of smell and taste, and then they dry out, losing all the best bits. Well, that's for you to decide, not me. What about other material tea bags? Well, here's one of the biggest in the UK. It's a pyramid tea bag with tiny little pieces of tea in it so it gets infused, and again, it's been chemically heat sealed. It's not a traditional white paper coated material, but it's a mesh that feels like nylon. Actually, it's made of corn starch, which is great news indeed, except that it comes from a genetically modified source. Again, you need to decide whether you're happy with that in your tea. On the pack, and I'll hide the brand, on the pack it says that it's biodegradable in big letters. Well, this is only technically true. You can't throw this tea away in your compost heap as it's only biodegradable under a commercial process, and they admit this on their website. Okay, I've probably covered most of the biggest tea bag producers in the UK, including the other unbleached tea bag retailer. I may be assassinated by Big T at the end of this. What can you do to solve all these problems? Use Spice Boutique self-fill tea bags. Okay, here's a big Spice Boutique unbleached tea bag. They come in 3 sizes: 1 cup for strong teas, 1 pot for herbal fruit, green or white teas or putting in a pot, and extra large for fine tea infusion. The first thing to notice is the colour. It's a light brown. There it is compared to the white tea bag. Secondly, it's uncoated with chemicals, so it's totally biodegradable in your compost heap. It's sealed not by chemicals, but a simple 100% natural cotton drawstring as shown. Even after this, do you still want a white tea bag? Well, I've got some good news for you. Spice Boutique has sourced a manufacturer of non-genetically modified sustainable corn fibre. And we've had that corn fibre made into tea bags with an all cotton drawstring. I do hear your alarm bells ringing about the white, and I want to tell you something wonderful. Our sustainable corn fibre has been whitened using a new technology which forces oxygen molecules through the fibre to wash it white, meaning no chemical involvement whatsoever. Hence they're actually classed as unbleached tea bags and are available online and in most health food shops. Finally, our slogan actually says, your tea, your strength, your way. Hopefully by now you've agreed with us that Spice Boutique self-fill tea bags are your way. What we want you to do is select your favourite tea, either from our growing range of specially selected loose leaf teas or from your own favourite source of loose leaf teas. Simply spoon about 1 heaped teaspoon of your favourite tea into a tea bag, pull the simple drawstring, simply put your tea bag into your pot or mug of tea, and when you have the required strength, remove. Remember, this will be hot after use. When you've made your tea, simply dispose of the tea bag in what manner is convenient to you. Compost, recycle bin, where facilities exist, or in your normal waste bin. Please do be careful, the tea bag will be hot. Whenever you dispose of the tea bag, it will degrade naturally and so will not contribute to landfill. Where can you buy Spice Boutique unbleached self-fill tea bags? On Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or in most health food shops throughout the UK and Europe. Simply type into your search engine spice.boutique unbleached self-fill tea bags. It should come up with the answer. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to hear from you soon.